Pues muy buenas tardes. Sorry.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Every single time I do this, I start speaking in Spanish.
We are here. It's July. It's 29th of July, and we are.
It's the 29th of July, and this is the 29th of July, and this is episode number 294.
Wow, 29. What's going on?
Episode number 294, and you know what that means? Absolutely nothing. Anyway, so here we are. My name's Scott Cleverton.
My name is Assumpta Serna.
And today we're going to be reviewing some ShowReels that
So we're not going to have this into the iPod, and I mean into the how you call it?
1 second.
5 minutes later.
What are you talking about, woman?
Yeah, the thing we're not going to publish it in. No?
In a podcast.
The podcast?
No, this won't be in podcast form because we'll be making reference to a whole bunch of things that are on the screen, which podcasts are many things, but what it doesn't have is...
Oh, so no, they don't have English podcasts in English?
No, it's not that they don't have them in English, because I believe that's where they started off, but what they don't have is video.
Yeah, no, I know podcast doesn't have video. I'm not that stupid, Scott. I'm saying that... Normally, what you do with this is
what I normally do with the
live
podcast. No, but not when we're reviewing ShowReels.
Ah, okay. But since on Thursday we only do video till now.
Yeah, I haven't done them. I haven't made a podcast out of one of these yet, because otherwise I'd have to make 80 podcasts, because we've done a lot of these. Because we're just speaking directly about video.
I understand that you cannot. That's not, but I mean, it's a pity that we don't have anything in English for a podcast.
Well.
Okay, no, just thinking that we can do something.
Of course, I'd love to.
Good.
I'd love to, but we're going to do something. We need to have something that was constant. That's just one of the things I'm interested in for what people is, what they're into.
Okay, so here we have Crystal.
Crystal, so it's Assumpta didn't see it, but I saw your thing and I thought it was great. I thought it was really good.
So we're gonna watch her, right?
No, tonight, no. She sent it for our eyes only.
Ah, okay.
No, the things that I use a combination of things that people send to me and things that I find, because if it's, as far as I'm concerned, if it's out there and it's in the public, it's fair game.
Is what?
Fair game.
What do you mean?
Well, if somebody wants something to be seen publicly, then I don't mind reviewing it publicly.
Oh, but if someone tells you not to, then you don't.
Absolutely
of course.
not.
That's something we can do, okay? So yes, for everybody.
No. This is one of the things which I think is very, very important. Is that our privacy. Our privacy has a it's kind of porous these days, and we have to protect what we need to protect. It's one of the issues that we always have with people with their ShowReels when they're publishing their phone numbers or their email addresses. One of the things which we've noticed sort of over the past few years is that people will have their normal, for example, a Gmail account with their name, and then they'll have a Gmail account which is their name with actor at the end of it, or actress. Or
why is that?
So they're protecting their personal email address from intrusion. So if you have to publish, if you want to get in contact with me, get in contact with Scott Cleverton, That means anybody who has that email address can send you anything, or send me anything. Yeah. So the idea, if you're not going to just tell all the world what your email address is necessarily.
Okay, I'm very particular about that. I really don't care.
Yeah, but this is why you very often send me emails saying, "Oh my God, do we owe this much money?" Or "Oh my God, they want to give us this money," or or "This has been compromised and this has been hacked," and all the rest of it.
No, that's not why. Being hacked is a web.
And I say
that has nothing to do
no,
with
and then I say this.
Emails.
I say this is fake. This is not real. This is something.
Fakes, yes. Emails, fakes, yes. Fakes emails.
Yeah, just to share that with you.
Okay, I'm sorry. We are here.
Anyway, so
discussing
we thought we would come online this evening and argue publicly.
We love that.
I'm sick of it sometimes.
Me too.
I'm sick of it. I can't do it anymore. I mean, really.
I
can't.
I cannot believe you.
It hurts me. It's so much. Yeah.
Okay, so
do the applause.
The applause. Oh,
yeah,
yes,
clap.
Applause.
Today we're going to be reviewing ShowReels.
I think it's fantastic what I do. Anyway, I don't know why
I love
you
you
laugh.
to bits. No,
it's great. I mean, I go completely with the tune of the thingy.
No, it's extraordinary. The absolute lack of it. Oh dear. Oh, good. You're adorable. What are you doing?
You're not gonna say anything.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything at all.
Okay, good.
Here.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, so let's go to our first one. Are you excited?
Yeah.
I hope you're excited. You excited?
I am excited.
Good. All right. So let's do this. This is a young lady called Grace Ward, and
nice.
Yeah. No.
Grace Ward.
Grace Ward.
Like Vincent Ward.
Like Vincent Ward.
Sir James Mackintosh said that the powers of a man's mind are directly proportioned to the quantity of coffee he drinks. I don't believe him. Coffee just makes me really anxious and need a poo.
Who's Sir James Mackintosh?
I don't know.
Then why did I have to go?
Because I was trying to get us a better spot.
And that worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Why are we here, Trish?
Because the painted crows were amazing and no one does gigs like them.
And because Harry gets you hot on the screen into the microphone.
Right, just because you failed to make us pass it in at that party.
I've told you before that you came in at the wrong moment. And it wasn't like that.
Sure.
So is there anything in particular you would like to do while on Earth? Yes.
Yes.
We have made a bucket list.
A spade list. Wasn't it?
No. On that list, we decided that we would go bird watching.
Oh,
It's fun.
tweet, tweet, tweet. That's what they do. Fascinating.
It's all a story until you see it with your own eyes. And then it becomes the truth. I once had the privilege of being on the receiving end of one of his schemes. The way he swept in and took over. Mesmerizing. It changed me.
And that really happened?
The cost was too great. I still haven't recovered. Well, I did try and learn from my mistake.
All right, let's go see her.
No, guys, you can't go. Guys! For fuck's sake, guys!
We saw the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower?
In London.
Yeah. Oh, we tried eating food. Yeah, that was good.
Apparently, if you have a pet, they kill it. And if you have multiple pets, they weigh them all and kill the heaviest.
Yeah, that's horrible. I'm glad I don't have any pets.
I have 16 pets, so I'm quite worried. Reckless contact jeopardizes sustainability, vigor, and vitality of society in seed. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that.
Okay. Reactions, thoughts, insinuations, insults?
Well, I did a lot of notes. Well, not lots.
You've all got
but,
notes?
Some notes.
I like it. She's got very attractive quality.
Yes, it's a very attractive quality, and
And
I
fire your improv partner who said no after you said spade. It was perfectly reasonable.
What I think is that why to intercut the scenes? I don't know why. Why you do that? I think it's much better that the things of comedy goes all together, and and don't worry, people don't don't get bored for in a scene. They want to see you. That's they are there just to see you, and I don't like when you manipulate me and then you put one scene and after the other. Why? Because you think that is going to be more entertaining? No, I'm more deceived because I cannot see you. I cannot see the weight of the scene, so I cannot see you how to you hold this weight, and that's what I want to see. If I can give you, a lead role, so I think it's contradictory. What why you do that? No,
it's very interesting. The structure of ShowReels has changed a great deal since we sort of like set it in stone. Probably about 15, 20 years ago. You did it much before that, where you would have a name that would come up, and then you would have a montage of various different looks, and then that would lead into a lengthier scene that showed your acting, and then a couple of more kind of transitional looks, and then another longer scene, and then there'd be sort of an outro with a name and everything else like that. That was sort of the way that kind of worked. Now our attention span has simultaneously got shorter and longer. It's got shorter for the things which don't work, and it's got longer for the things that do. And I think, if anything's happened over the past 18 months, we've all become somewhat more patient in certain ways for things that we want to see more of. Mm-hmm. Okay? One of the reasons that everybody thinks nobody has any attention is because we don't have any attention for things that bore us. But something which is good, which engages us, then we've got all the time in the world. So one of the things that we've been seeing is that somebody has a really good scene at the start, and you're like, oh, that's really good. And then there's some other stuff in the middle, some padding or some things which are good, some things which are not so good. And then you end up again with a good scene at the end. I think there's a certain element now where I kind of feel that people are sort of almost justifying, their job as editors, or they're very conscious about trying to make things more interesting.
Yeah, but it's not more interesting. I mean, it's a trick also that we've seen hundreds of times, and we don't want to see it. We want to see you, not the idea of an editor.
Yeah.
I think that the intercut, you just forget about it. Is really nice when you see one scene from the middle to the end, and you assure your position as an actress during that time. I mean, it's what we can see, what we want to see. A scene that is with no cuts, with no cuts, with no no too much manipulation, so that we understand that that was created in a mood that was just for the scene. So we want to see that. If you just I cannot see the mood, I cannot see So yeah, I think that is my first concern about that, which is the editing, which has nothing to do with your acting, but I want really to see a little bit more of your acting. I think that they are very nice images also that they are there, I understand, but I like to see a scene where you just simply are telling me a story, in the first person. I think that monologues work better than scenes in the actual demo reels. I think that why? Because we want to see you as a lead. We want to see you not like these little parts, these little things that you have in a scene, because it's a scene. But I want to see you, only you. And I think monologues is much better for that. Of course, we cannot do monologues for theater. It has to be something that is really near to you, something that you explain, that there is, there is certain moods and contradictory moods, perhaps, that there is subtext, that there is also listening from the other person. We want to see all that in a monologue. Monologue is not you talking. Monologue is actually also listening to the other person, right? So
sorry, did you say something?
When you do a monologue, it means that it has to be reflected on your same text, on your same dialogue, on your same thoughts, the reaction of the other person, and that's what gives us this quality of actual stardom. That, and also because you are accomplice with us. If you do these two things, we see let's say a good actor. Or a good actress. So let's try to do that, the next time that you shoot something. It doesn't mean that, so you say, but I don't have material because, all I have is little roles. I understand that. But there is other things that you can do is, to produce this kind of work yourself. Because now, you have a wonderful camera in your pocket. And also you can find a lot of other actors that have the same need. So why not, to do it? And sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. And so I think that if you can produce, or you can have some other actor or actress that is there just to accompany you in that process that you really like, and that you can actually have someone there to that sees you from outside, and someone that also, of course, knows a little bit about this, because we've seen also a lot of other problems if the other person tries to give some ideas that they are not right. Anyway, you have to have a team that you really are confident with, that you are happy with it in a text that is really actual, contemporary, that you like what you have, the ones you have, but in one single person and camera, and having this complicity. That's what I'm missing there. I just don't want to see more of you. I want to don't have these intercuts, and then there is something at the end that is missing. It's like, okay, I put that in, that's it. You have to give also, a button up. You have to button up at the end, because if not, it's like, okay, so if this person doesn't care on, that I've seen it, and then you do something that communicates with me, it's like, well, why bother then? If I'm the spectator not there to say goodbye. And you have to say goodbye in some you can repeat again your contact. You can do things with music. You can tape something that is nice, that is just a passage of you, general shot, something like that or coming to the camera, or it's what we call a call, so that the person saying, okay, so that's the end, and also I can call her and here's the number, something like that. Just finish it. And the other thing is also things about camera, and I think for that I like to see it again, and I'll tell you when I see that you can take advantage of where the camera is and how to communicate with the camera better.
Eduardo says a very astute thing, which is exactly what I was thinking. He says, the first scene is confusing with the other girl, red hair, and she being brunette. Well, we still don't know her face, otherwise it's clear she's the brunette one. Yeah, that's the thing that struck me when I saw it, first of all, is I thought, hang on, which one is she? Because in the photo, the thing that strikes us is she's got this sort of two-tone hair. She's going from auburn to something which is a sort of dirty blonde. So that's the sort of thing that threw me, because initially, as we can see here, that we go into sort of hair which is quite dark.
Sir James McIntosh said that
you see, you've got black hair, and then I've got the more auburn hair on the right.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's yes. I think that you can do a better picture, really. Seeing you there in movement, I think that you can do nicer pictures of yourself that they can illustrate better who you are. I think that's not my favorite shot.
It's not bad. It's not a bad picture. It's not a bad picture. It's just it's not a good indicator.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's a very good picture. It's
But
nice.
also
It's natural. But
but when we do extreme things like like this difference of colors in our hair, and it's a kind of in a fashion, then 1 year later it's not in a fashion and you are stuck with these pictures. So I think it would be nice that that's why the people insist in neutral pictures, so that there is not this fashion thing there. That's why the people always say something black or something or something blue.
yeah, look at Billie Eilish. She's locked into this black and green thing here. I mean, what's she gonna do? Nobody's gonna know who she is.
We want things that we can imagine yourself in other things, and these things are not, and it doesn't have to be colored by the hair. I don't know if I explained myself, but
No, I get it.
yeah.
I get it. Yeah. I think we get it. Let's have a look here. Okay, so here we got this.
Sir James McIntosh said that the powers of a man's mind are directly proportioned to the quantity of coffee he drinks.
First of all, is a nice image, this one white, but then which says something of a restaurant, but then is that image that is not in black and white. So I don't put two and two together.
Right. Let me just make a suggestion to you and to all actors who are out there right now. Learn how to do a J cut. Okay, that's where the sound of the next scene begins over the scene before it. Okay, so what that will allow you to do, if I can show this to you here, just a little J cut Ito. Right. So the reason you got that there is because of the sound of your voice.
Sir James McIntosh said.
So what you need to do is you take out, you retain the audio, and you take out that image, and then you do a very quick fade up on yourself. On the frame, the image of you begins. When I say a quick fade up, like a second. Okay, so what you're going to do is previously to that, you've got this. Now, we can actually, as this is fading out, because I think it's got a 1 second fade out. Okay, so what you do is you take that 1 second fade out. When that 1 second fade out begins, the sound comes in from the next part, and by the time it fades up again, we've already cut out that bit of black and white, and all we have is you. Because otherwise it's just, as you say, it's a little distracting.
It's a little distracting because is that a restaurant? Why show me this if it's in another color? I mean, I get a little bit distracted, and you don't want distracted people. You don't want people that they are thinking in other things that is not 100% being with you. So yeah, took away this. We don't need that. We don't need to know that it's in a restaurant. It's just a scene.
Okay, the reason it's called a J cut is because what happens is you have where I'm not sure which is left and which is right here, but basically, so you've got so you have the two. How do I do this? So you try and work out how to do this in sign language. Okay, so you have audio and video, and they're going together. Okay, so what's happening is the video is always on the top. So what effectively you're doing is you're taking this away in the video. That looks terrible.
Well, no, but
that looks just rude. So then what you no, just look up YouTube.
No, Scott, yeah,
look
I
up
mean,
look up a JT.
You didn't think about that. It was
Well, I
your
did.
idea.
I did. So what you do is
Now don't do it because
now you've
now we got it. No. Okay,
So you cut out the.
I don't know how to do it. Yeah,
Okay, so
but
basically,
we understood. I think.
yeah. Okay. All right. It's very complicated, todo
Todo
eso.
esto.
Right. So the idea is basically the sound comes in before the image does, and then what you do is you can move these two things together, and what you can do is you can effectively join them up. It's the way we do it all the time when you're doing dramatic editing, because you're trying to hide where the cut is, and the easiest way to hide where the cut is to have continuous sound.
Nice.
Right.
Very nice.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome, Assumpta. It's a delight to work with you. Right? So
Sir
we take
James
that.
Mackintosh said that the powers of a man's mind are directly proportioned to the quantity of coffee he drinks. I don't believe him. Coffee just makes me really anxious and need a poo.
Who's Sir James Mackintosh?
I don't know.
Then why did I have to go?
Yeah. So
Because I was trying to get us a better spot.
don't cut. Continue with the other bit of the scene that is afterwards.
Yeah.
It's gonna be much better. Now here I want to show you something. And is the complicity with the camera, because it's something that we are always saying, and it's because there is always errors in that particular matter, and is whatever the camera is, you have to put yourself in front of the camera and look at the other person in like you do.
As I always say, so you have the camera here, and what you need to do is...
You're tired already of the saying
No,
it,
I
Scott. Come on. Yes, you have the camera here, and...
Okay. So the idea is whenever you have a camera, whenever you're shooting something, a scene or whatever it might be, look square off to the camera. Put your shoulders at 90 degrees to the camera. Okay? That's your neutral position, where the camera is, on your face. Okay? So what you're going to do... I'm going to zoom in even more here. Oops. Let me do that. Okay. So this is you in a close-up. So normally actors will do this. They'll go, but what do you mean? What do you want? I don't understand that.
Or worse, much
Or
worse.
worse, they'll go, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Right? So the reason that we square off to the camera is what we really want to do is this. I don't know what you're talking about. And what the thing is that I'm giving it all to the camera. But I'm looking at the person there. Next time you watch film or television, watch how often you see an actor, instead of turning directly to the other actor, they're merely looking at them. Okay? The other thing that happens is that actors forget that this side of camera, where the person doesn't exist. But in actual fact, when you're this side of camera, and you can actually look across the lens, will actually open you more up to the camera. Why is that? Because the camera, the audience, the person who's sitting at home on TV or is in a cinema or whatever it might be.
You don't say spectator, right?
You don't say spectator. Spectator is somebody, if you're watching a car accident or or the circus or you're at the football.
The viewer.
Yeah, the viewer.
Okay.
You're the audience member,
Yeah. Okay.
whatever it might be. So what they're really interested in is who you are, what you're thinking about, and what you're doing. That's really the key thing for them. And if you're hiding yourself, they won't be able to see that.
So there is a little bit of that there, like the camera was really not in the best place for you, and so what you're doing also is going away from the camera, which is sometimes very good because you have to have this kind of world of yourself, and you do it beautifully, because if not, you are all the time with a fixed stare. That is also something that is awful. But it's a little bit of adjustment. You'll see. So let's see it.
I have to go? Because I was trying to get us a better spot.
And that worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Why are we here, Trish?
Because the painted crows were amazing and no one does gigs like them.
And because Harry gets you hot on the screen into the microphone.
Right, just because you failed to make us pass it in at that party.
I've told you before that you came in at the wrong moment. And it wasn't
The
like
problem is that you have a bad lighting when you are looking at her. You have a light that is from above, and you can see that you have all black on your eyes, and that is a problem. You have to look a little bit more for your light.
But there's other peculiar things, like I'm sure there's a reason for it, but it's running at about 18 frames a second, which is kind of peculiar as well. Also, you're drinking, which is a great challenge for any actor, because you've got to drink and move and do everything at exactly the same point, because otherwise the editor is just going to get to the editing room and he's going to cut whatever he needs to cut just to make it continuous. So he won't be cutting the best takes or the best moments, he'll just be cutting what works.
Yeah.
And what works for him to make it seem like it was all shot in the same place at the same time. Because when you shot this, there was no background sound, there was no sound of a club, there was no nothing like that, and you had to raise your voice a little bit. Otherwise, it would have been a nightmare to edit the sound. Okay, so note to all actors out there: if you're going to drink in a scene, sort of in an exchange like you have here, decide when you're going to drink at the same time, drink in the same way, and make sure you repeat it. Because then what will happen is you can just worry about doing the best acting you can do.
Yeah,
you won't have to worry about the other stuff. Acting for camera is a little bit like driving and maintaining a conversation with somebody at the same time. All the technical stuff, the continuity, movement, marks, all that stuff is like driving. The acting is the interesting bit, it's the conversational part. But if you're not aware of this driving part, you're gonna end up in a pile-up. Yes. Assumpta?
No, I think
Moving on. Thank you.
So is there anything in particular you would like to do while on
Okay, this scene is also intercut. You are really, really good there. It's a funny scene. It's okay. I don't know why you feel that we're gonna get bored of
You're really
what
good,
you do.
and the other reason that you're good is because I get the impression that this is improvised to a great extent, and one of the things that the other actor does a terrible act of blocking on you here, because you say something and then he just simply says no, which is something of a crime in improvisation circles.
Yes.
But you're good. You're very competent. It's very silly, but it's fun. It works. Hello, Loretta. Thank you for being here.
Don't intercut it with the other scene, please.
Right, here we go.
I've made a bucket list.
Bucket list.
A spade list. Wasn't it?
No.
You see, he had to say, of course. Yeah, how could I forget that? He had to go with it. Saying no just kills it.
Yeah.
Right? He needs a slap. And if it was written like that, then whoever wrote it needs a slap.
On that list, we decided that we would go bird watching.
Oh,
It's fun.
tweet. That's what they do. Fascinating.
The other thing here, and this is just a technical thing, is that the sound, your voices are mixed into the left channel. It's like I'm here in my left ear, and the rest of it, the music and everything else, is in both channels. So you might want to make a stereo pair out of that, so it just comes through both. It's just a small technical thing.
Yes, but you have to know how to do it, of course. But if not, have a professional.
Well, it's not particularly hard.
Well,
you can take something and you can just make it mono.
no.
No. Mono means it comes through both
At
the same time.
Mono
Yeah.
to me is only for one. Okay.
No, that would be left channel only or right channel only. It's like, look, all
It's
Woody
very
Allen
complicated.
films are mixed in mono, all of them. Okay.
Why?
Because it's the simplest thing he can do. It means his films will play in any TV, cinema, movie theater, stadium. It doesn't matter. It will always sound okay because it's designed to come through one sound source. So that means if you put it on 5 sound sources or 20 or 3, it's still going to sound okay.
Okay.
Okay, there's no contextual sound of where anything is happening.
But I don't know, I like that very much. But
Well, it's the same way that Stanley Kubrick never mixed anything in 5.1. They only mixed his films in 5.1 after he died. You know, and I think Full Metal Jacket was the first one they did it with. You know, and then Eyes Wide Shut. You know, it's a stylistic decision as well.
It's all a story until you see it with your own eyes. And then it becomes the truth. I once had the privilege of being on the receiving end of one of his schemes. The way he
great
swept
voice
in
is
and
nice.
took over.
Mm-hmm.
Mesmerizing. It changed me.
And that really happened.
The cost was too great. I still haven't recovered. Well,
I think you can cut a little bit of her
I did
there,
try and learn from
the
my
red
mistake.
sweater.
All right, let's go see her.
No, guys, you can't go. Guys. For fuck's sake. Guys.
We saw the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower?
In London.
Yeah. Oh, we tried eating food. Yeah, that was good.
Apparently, if you have a pet, they kill it. And if you have multiple pets,
You see, this is the thing. I don't have a fear for good old Gracie here with the camera, because she's using the camera like a demon here.
Yeah.
No. She's all over this like white on rice. I mean, she's good. Like a
No,
bad.
I think she saw that the problems in this
white
discotheque,
and
but you forgot that the light was from above, and then when you had the scene with her, looking at her, and it was your shot, then you should have calculated the lights.
Well, it was pretty hard to make anything work there.
Yeah, but still, we can do things.
Yeah. This is when we start looking at acting as almost more like a sport, where you need tactics and strategy.
Exactly.
Right. I like.
yeah, that's horrible.
I'm glad I don't have any pets.
I have 16 pets, so I'm quite worried. Reckless contact jeopardizes sustainability, vigor, and vitality of society in seed. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that.
It's a problem that you don't have the shots for yourself, because I think while you're saying all this, I love to see you, not the other girl, But anyway, it's the way that is edited, which is for the scene, but not for you in a video book. That is something that is really interesting, and that that we have to understand why that happens. One thing is the editing for the scene. Is the editing for the scene. You don't do it, so I do it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I won't let that happen again.
Can you just...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know what I was talking about now.
One thing is the editing for the scene.
Yeah, one thing is the editing for the scene, and the other thing is the editing for your video demo reel. They are two completely different things. When we have a scene that is shot, one and with the other person, what is going to happen is that for the scene, it's going to be better to be intercutting. It's going to be, better to see the reactions whenever the other one is talking. But we don't need that in a in a demo reel. We need the contrary. We need everything on you. So one thing is the editing to understand the scene, to actually that the scene works well, and the other thing that we want to see in the demo reels is you. So the cutting is going to be different. The editing has to be different, because we are wanting you to see different things. In one you want to understand the scene, and the other one what you want is to see you as an actor. So because the objective is so different, is very is very important that you have the material from the two cameras, not only yours. Because if you you have everything already edited, it's going to happen that that sometimes you you cannot play with it because you don't have your stuff. So it's always great. I mean, if we do a movie or we do a TV series, we cannot do that. But when we have actually our scenes, or we pay someone to actually shoot them and edit them, then we can do that. We can actually say, okay, I want all my takes from all, because editing is a very fine thing, and you should be able as an actor, when you pay some company or some people, to have everything, because the editing is interesting that you control it as much as you can, because the editor is going to have a way of making the scene beautiful or making the scene understandable, and what you want is absolutely different objective. So what I recommend is really when you are doing these demo reels with some companies or some other groups, tell them you want exactly all the material, what here we call it brutos. I don't know what we are called.
Well, the idea is this is one of the things. It's a little tricky. You're going to have to be friends with people that, as the prices go up and they become more professional, the more they're keen on maintaining control of the original material. The actual raw footage is what we would call it. If you can justify it to them, go like, yeah, because I want to do that. But see, one of the things is, depending on how much you're paying for it, is that you're paying for soup to nuts. You're paying for text, you're paying for the place, you're paying for the editing, you're paying for the sound editing, you're paying for the grading and the color correction, and you're also paying for the final output, which is a demo. For example, I've got a meeting with somebody tomorrow who paid quite a fair amount of money to
How much? Say it.
No, I'd prefer not to mention it live, but it certainly wasn't cheap. And the results are extraordinary. They're really, really good for the most part. But in the moment to try and put it together into a sort of cohesive showreel is, of course, it's all too good. So you end up with something which is 8 minutes long. So, and the other thing is that they made some very poor choices, for example, in terms of music. For example, there was a scene that happened in a bar where there's a scene between a man and a woman, and they had a song underneath it with somebody singing. So you've got a man and woman speaking with somebody singing, and you're trying to work out what they're singing. You know what I mean? So now you've got three voices going on at the same time, but it's a kind of rookie mistake, and it's something that people shouldn't really be doing. But they do it, and the best thing that you can do is to have all your original material, or just the good takes. Say, just give me the whole good takes. But remember, if you're paying money for somebody who's going to put together your showreel with a company, you'll also need the original sound files. Okay, because sound doesn't come. The good sound doesn't come with the image usually. So those are other things that you're going to have. So just as it's going to solve you many problems when it comes to editing, it will also cause you, you're going to have the need to actually use another editor or learn yourself how to do it. And it's not that hard, but you need to, it's not for everybody.
To like it, mostly. You need to like it.
Well, nobody likes it.
No?
No.
Are you sure you know what it... No, there's people that really love do the editing.
Well, it's a very tricky thing because you're never fully satisfied with anything you ever do.
Well, that is true in all métier, darling.
Oh, I suppose you're right. I suppose you're not exactly wrong there. Right, but anyway, that's really good work. And what comes across is your sense of humor, your timing, all of those things which are pretty, undervalued, and the sort of things that everybody wants to see all the time. Edu says brutos, unedited takes. I would just say raw footage.
Okay, raw footage. Yes, yes.
The raw footage would go for brutos. That's when I go. Jim, welcome, sir. Good to see you.
Edu says, Assumpta gets serious.
She gets very serious.
Yes.
She gets very, very serious. So serious you couldn't possibly imagine. You want your close-up. You want your close-up. Right, let's go into the next one, because I know we got young Loretta here, and I have her reel. Let me just get to it.
Loretta Hope, acting show reel.
Thank you. Right, let's just go to this. All right, just jumped right into the middle of it like a moron. Okay, here we go.
We've seen Loretta or not?
Yeah, we have, but this is the updated one.
Oh, okay.
This is the updated one. Yeah, she was one of the first ones that we reviewed in English. And
Yeah.
Loretta did
A
did a
remix.
she did a remix, but also she made a film here in Spain. That's how I know her.
Oh, I see.
Remember that zombie movie that they wanted me to do with Daniel
Oh, yes,
Torrado?
yes.
Well, she was this
Sorry.
she was the one who went off into the woods with the zombies.
Okay.
Apparently available on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh, really?
Tell us where to find it, because I couldn't find it. Anyway, so here we are. Right, and we're off.
Makes up for the smell, I suppose. No TV?
No, we sold it.
What about Netflix?
Oh, we prefer to read.
Mad. Got it on my phone anyway.
We're grateful to you, Stacey, but Richard and I haven't been anywhere for, 5 years.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
Sorry?
I said, what's the Wi-Fi password?
I'm not deaf. It's Snowball20 with a capital S after our cat.
You what?
Snowball should be around somewhere. Snowball, puss.
I hate cats. It's been a difficult year for her in a lot of ways.
She's not the only one. There's something you're not telling me.
Yeah. She's got cancer.
Oh, I didn't know.
I know. It's terminal.
Why didn't she tell me?
I think your parting words were... What was it? Not giving a toss if she dropped dead tomorrow.
Charlie, are you in there? Open the door for Mummy, please. Charlie, come on. Let me in. You're alive. My baby. You're alive. You're alive. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? I love you so much. Oh, I love you so much.
Aha! That's from the film I was talking about. Absolute absence of zombies there, I have to say. Right, let's kick this off. There's something I still want to see you do, Loretta. I want to see you do something really, really classy. I want to see you do something really, really elegant. Okay? It's just as a counterpoint to the other things which you do very, very well, which is to not be from Chelsea, right? But I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you have that string to your bow. Do you know what I mean? A little less kind of. I guess I'm just to put it in general terms, something that's a bit more posh.
You want something that is more posh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sort of what I'm interested in. I'd like to see you in an Edwardian dress with gloves up to your elbows. That's as an actress. It's not a fetish.
But one can see very nice things as an actress already. You know, the thing on the bench is great. It's much better now than before.
Yeah.
I will finish with you instead of him, if you can.
Yeah. And I would pretty much, I mean, because we saw the original scene, we watched it here. It's in one of our previous episodes. I would be considerably more mercenary when I had, because if the material was mine and I shot it, and I think you did write it, and I believe you directed it as well, I would go back and see if I could pull out any more shots of myself. I would see if there's anything else that I could use there. Don't worry about the integrity of the scene itself, because we're really only interested in you. Give him a shot, just to let us know, you know, what the setup is. But I would be considerably more mercenary about the way I edited it. You know, it's one of those things. One of the things we used to do in class, I used to take a scene that we'd shot and I would edit it and make everybody great. I'd also take the scene and I'd make everybody terrible. I'd make everybody rubbish, and everybody's like that. But that doesn't work, right? It's a possibility. Now, I'm not saying you should edit it so he looks bad. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is that we can favor one person or the other. This is one of the
favor you. You should favor you.
It's one of the dangers, for example, when you are in a scene with another woman, where two women are in a scene, because it's almost inevitable that they will be compared aesthetically, if they are of the same age and the same sort of rough type.
Girls alone or with a man? Sorry,
gentlemen, it's our job. No, it's one of those. It's one of those.
They are very useful
dynamics of human nature. Oh, it's society that says that. No, it's just human nature that says that.
Yes,
it's biological imperatives.
We are curious to understand, what is the one and the other, because the two are, ladies, and it is the same thing that when there is two men, choose someone that is from the other gender.
Gender.
Gender. Sorry. Gender.
The other gender. It's a very dangerous thing to say these days.
Yes, it's true.
The other gender. I think we could be here all day. Christina, hello. Be careful. She's not on her bike. That's thank God for that.
Oh, hello guys. Assumpta is very pretty this afternoon. I'm not in my bike now. Only in the mornings. Oh, I see.
So I get no compliments about my comeliness. Right.
There is Josefina Barrientos. I saw that you were saying something, I don't know where, but while I was here, you remember everything that you want to know about the school or everything is alumnos at fundacionfirshteam.org.
What, you can send it to here as well.
Or if not, Scott at familiadecine.com.
Yes. And also you can send it to, this also works. This might be a little bit more useful.
No, because it's a school. No.
Okay.
I just want school directly to alumnos at fundacionfirshteam.org.
What you mean? You mean this one?
Yes. Good.
Check this out.
Yeah. Good.
All right. Okay. All right.
See you afterwards.
All right. See you after class. All right. Let's have a quick look through this.
Makes up for the smell, I suppose. No TV?
No, we sold it.
What about Netflix?
Right. Loretta. Right. This is the best piece of advice that any of all of you will get about have to have your photos taken. When you have your photo taken, look into the lens and think, I am beautiful and I have a secret. If you don't feel good about beautiful, just think I have a secret. Just think, I have a secret. That mystery thing works brilliantly. And more than that, and you should do this with all your photos, you're doing something. You're projecting something. What people are looking for is somebody who's on that image who's projecting something into their mind or imagination. Okay? And that, I have a secret, trust me, is something which is always intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's proved. It is proved.
You trying to get into my shot?
Yes.
Just there you got your own shot now.
Okay. Okay, so we are here. I think, Loretta, that we've been
makes up for the smell, I suppose.
But you see that because this thing is, Loretta's very pretty, and quite powerful, right? And it needs something that reflects that. Okay, something that she's got that going on.
You can be more beautiful than this in a picture. I like you to have a star-driven picture instead of a of a normal girl.
Yeah, I want a movie star picture.
Yes,
please.
It's not about jewels or anything. It's the light has to be in your eyes. Has to be professional one, not something that that you look good for Instagram. I
Ooh,
think that,
shots fired.
No. I mean, you look good. But I want something else. I want really, I want a smile like you have and everything, but everything light. Also the actual costume, everything that has to be a little bit more up, a little bit.
Yeah.
This yellow thing is too present for, I want to see more your eyes than the yellow thing, and that doesn't happen. I want to see that your hair is something that I can play with it, not something that is poor in the front. I want to see also that, you have wonderful eyes. I want to see them really,
She wants to play with your hair mostly, though.
Yes.
Right. Well, no. When you say play with your hair, you mean something you could do things with it.
Yes, of course, to make it much interesting than because I think that this picture doesn't give you too much of a how you say half. No.
Makes up for the smell, I suppose.
What?
It doesn't give you.
Hang on a second. What?
It doesn't give you when I say.
Tell me in Spanish.
It doesn't give you, this.
That's not Spanish. That's you clicking your fingers. Give me a word in Spanish and I'll translate it. What?
Estrella.
Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Something a little bit more charismatic, right?
Yeah.
Makes up for the smell, I suppose. No TV?
No, we sold it.
What about Netflix?
Oh, we prefer to read.
Mad. Got it on my phone anyway.
We're grateful to you, Stacey, but Richard and I haven't been anywhere for, 5 years.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
Sorry?
It's a very, very weird choice made where they put the camera here. You're shot slightly from above and quite an open shot. In traditional terms, you're shot with probably a 50 millimeters. On the other hand, you've got the older lady who's shot over the shoulder or with you in the first, in the foreground, and is shot, probably with the same lens, but it's because of the way it's framed, it makes her look a little bit more closed in. The curious thing is that they didn't drop the camera down, and I'm just trying to work out, to put it over her left shoulder there, but they actually kick off, and they're shooting from over her head, and then here they're shooting past they're shooting over your shoulder. I don't know why they didn't shoot over her shoulder.
Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work it out. I get the impression that they probably shot her first, and then they were in a hurry to shoot you. That's the impression I get. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Steph, it's Snowball20 with a capital S after our cat.
You what?
Snowball should be around somewhere. Snowball, puss.
I ate cats. It's been a difficult year for her in a lot of ways.
She's not the only one. There's something you're not telling me.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
She's got cancer.
Oh, I didn't know.
I know.
Now, I know you wrote this. Just as a word of warning to all writers out there, there are certain power words that if they can end up being funny if you're not careful, because they're so strong. And they're usually words that we have difficulty saying in real life. They're words like divorce, they're words like cancer, they're words like amputated, gangrene, seriously. They're words that they're in the wrong place that can become comedic. Trust me.
Only a British person could think about that. I mean, come on. Just words that then they can. You have to be careful because if not, they're funny.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Those are the sorts of things. It's just meant. The question is, when you're writing, is to always come up with a different way of saying exactly what you want to say, Very often you hide it. You can hide it within an interaction. You know, because what it does is it gives you too much information almost all at once. And when you have too much information all at once, that is the detail which can accidentally make something funny. Yes. Now this is like Mark Twain said, dissecting a joke is like dissecting a frog. You learn a lot about the frog, but you'll kill it in the process. That's what happens when you dissect a joke, is you'll kill the joke. But anyway, it's very, because before we saw it in the context of the larger scene, and it didn't strike me like this. But this is a very small step to becoming funny in the wrong ways. But you pull it, you save it.
It's terminal.
Why didn't she tell me?
I think your parting words were, what was it? Not giving a toss if she dropped dead tomorrow.
Kelly, are you in there?
This is interesting. The dynamic of comedy is this. Sometimes people think, if this is the grand scale of acting, they think it kind of goes comedy, and then eventually goes to sort of drama, and then it'll get to tragedy and all the rest of it. And actually, comedy lives the other side of drama. It's more real. It's more truthful. It's more textured. It's more detailed, and it's has more conviction than drama. It's a very interesting thing. That's why when you're rehearsing something which is very serious, it can very often be hilarious, because you are fully aware of how close this is to.
Yes.
It's interesting. So here we got this.
So the problem here is I don't understand why you are there.
Yeah, it's a little hard to understand, and it's a scene that goes on. I mean, you're emotional in it and everything else, and you're very competent. You should have played a little bit more with the camera.
No, but I mean, just the position of her when she opens the door. Why she's there?
Yeah.
I mean, normally.
Let's have a look. Let's watch the scene.
Open the door for Mommy, please.
Why you are in the
Charlie,
the floor?
Let me.
It was because. Why? This little boy didn't know how to act, of course, and that is awful for you. And I appreciate all your efforts and the result. I sometimes, get children like that, and I would slap them to death, but I can't.
Well, the little boy got sick after this.
Sick?
Yeah.
What do you mean sick?
Cancer.
It's
true.
No.
So I would
It's
really.
Not true.
It's true.
It's not true.
Don't touch me.
Okay, so I understand, because I've been shooting with with people with these problems.
People with very small young people.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever. But it's true. I mean, sometimes.
How was the last film you did? How was the kid in that?
Which was that?
Maria Bethinta.
She was great. No, she was great. She was great.
You didn't.
But that
you didn't
shows
take her
me,
around the back of the
no,
trailers and give her a
me,
kicking.
It shows me that no. The girl was very nice. No, but there is sometimes that that you'd kill the horse, the everyone that is not actually letting do your work, and it's a problem. Anyway, here. It's true,
You ever?
The boy doesn't have any emotion. It comes out like almost with a smile on his face. He doesn't have any emotion at all while he's with.
Here's a top tip, right? Because this is the film you shot in Spain. My advice is always never wait for the director to direct you, okay? Because invariably they're thinking about other things, and most of the time they don't know what they're doing. One of the things you have to do is you have to go, how can I make this more real right now? How can I make this more like the thing I'm supposed to be into, right? Because they won't give you any other given circumstances, because they're worried about not enough time, not enough budget, not enough light. That's the thing. So the thing here...
But I want to say something.
No, because look, I'm going to say this.
No,
right?
but here the problem is not the kid, is the director. Why I'm saying that, because it doesn't make any sense that you are there talking to him, almost in the floor. It doesn't have any, you could be.
Open the door for Mommy.
I know that he's short,
Charlie.
and then it has to be in the shot. But there is
but what? So okay, so this is the thing is that presumably what I remember about the script is that you're in constantly being pursued. So there's a constant threat which is out there. Okay, this is something we were talking to Jose the other night about. Is that very often that we have to invent the threat or what may be threatening, which is outside of where we are. Okay, which is there anybody watching us? Is there anybody listening? Can I alert anybody to what's going on? And how do we do that? Is that sometimes we actually have to look to see if there is anybody there.
Yeah, even if the most important thing is the child, but the most important thing also is that you don't get killed trying to save you.
Yeah.
So I think that I would cut that, and I would go right when you embrace him, not when the little boy comes out the door. I think that is cheap. It's cheapening your scene. I think the moment that when you embrace him, that's the moment when I would cut it. And,
okay.
I would cut all this.
All right, so we'd get past this.
Let me in.
All this no. All this no. No. Here. I'm sorry. I would cut here. That's it.
Yeah. There's just things which are not justified there. For example, in the cut, what they should have edited in is the sound of a latch being undone.
Yes.
Because otherwise, why didn't you open the door? All right. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to fix something that we didn't think about at the time. Like, why didn't the kid open it? Why didn't you open the damn door?
No, it's not well solved, and that is a problem of direction.
Yeah. So you put a sounds, and then you what would probably do is ideally you'd have an insert of the handle turning, cut to you watching to see what happens, and then we'd cut back to the door opening and the kid diving into your arms, and then we'd have this shot of you and the kid, Then we might have a shot from further off where the guy who's watching you, or who's there, yada yada.
Yes, everything is not there.
Yeah.
So I just cut it until you're with your emotion, and it's going to be much better.
Yeah, now you know why the character's name is Scott.
What does it mean?
The other guy's name, the character's name.
Oh, really? Why? Because of you?
Okay, moving along.
What do you mean? What do you mean because of you?
Because I was supposed to do it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So you're there. Okay, good, great.
This is all good.
That's so
You've
good.
got tears going on.
My baby.
You don't lose your glasses, which is awesome.
Oh, you're alive.
Yes.
You're alive.
It's really good. But these moments are more important than anything else. I know it sounds a little bit hokey, but you've got to be really conscious that you're giving it all to the camera as much as you can.
Yes. Eyes closed are not a window of your soul.
Well, they're the window, but they've got blinds on them.
Yes, that's what I mean. It's not really interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway,
This is all good. This is great.
Are you okay?
But we want to see you more eyes. She's smiling. He's smiling. He's
Looking at his mom.
He's not there. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Thank you very much for doing all this effort.
I love you so much.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't think you need that guy there neither. I love you so much. Cut.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay, and it's going to give you a lot of nice possibilities in the heads of the viewers, saying, "Oh, she can do a very."
I want to see more. I mean,
that's
a good
mom,
thing.
A very nice mom, and that is a mom these days. You can play a lot of those, so it's good. This scene is very, very good, but shorten it at the beginning, shorten it at the end.
Yeah, Edward.
She says she's great, though. I think yes, she's great.
Eduardo.
I mean, that's what I say. Thank you very much, because if it would be not for her, the scene would be unwatchable.
Eduardo also confesses he's the same with kids as you are.
Yes, I understand that also with a man can be very, very.
No, you're like.
No, it's just I had 2 or 3 of those that they were really Yeah, I love to sleep.
I've also met child actors that shock me by their professionalism.
Yes.
And I've also met child actors that their mothers thought I'm supposed to be their babysitter.
Well, I mean, this girl, the girl that I had in La Sirvienta, she's really
She was
good.
wonderful. I had an 8-year-old who I was
wonderful.
supposed to be her stepfather, and she would like, "Can I play with your phone?" And I was like, "No, no, go play with your mother's phone." She's like, she won't let me, and I go, "Well,
I'm certainly not.
I'm really, really sorry, Cupcake.
Poor thing.
Them's the breaks."
No, well, but anyway, I would buy her something.
Yeah, buy her a plane ticket.
Anyway,
buy her a
we don't have
chainsaw.
children ourselves, so we are a little bit tough on that area. Don't mind us.
Although the children do stare at me, I don't know why that is.
They love you.
I don't know what that is. The children just they'll like be crying, and they'll be crying, and then they'll see me and they'll stop. I don't know.
Yes, I know you're very good also with adolescents, like
adolescents.
Adolescents,
because
yes.
I am one.
Yes,
Effectively,
a big boy.
I am still a big kid. Well, thank you very much. Thanks to Gracie. Thank you for.
Thank you, Loretta, for everyone that has been here.
And thank you for everybody. That's been our show today. Remember that if you want to send us your show reels, feel free to send them to me at scott@familiadecine.com, which is our community, which you can find here. All of these wonderful people have been supporting us since April of last year.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Today is episode number 294.
Wow, 6 to 300.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you're interested in knowing what we do, you'll find it mostly in Spanish, but you can write to us. We're very easy to find. Leave a message, whatever it might be.
YouTube, there is everything.
And this
in
is
our channel, right?
Yep, absolutely. Everything's always there. And this is our Patreon here right now. And on the upper levels, we deal with coaching for self-tapes, for show reels, in various different languages. I think we've done Spanish, English, Catalan, Italian. I'm helping somebody in Russian as well. Not that I speak it, but that doesn't really matter. Remember, if you're on YouTube for the first time, to subscribe, touch the little bell, and never miss a live stream from us. Excuse me. If you're on Facebook, give us a like, follow the page, which always helps everything like that. And if you're interested in our webpage, it's familiadecine.com.
Good.
What?
Wow, you did so well after 300 times. Sorry.
Just get away. Just get away from me. Just get away from me. And remember. So it's great. So we're going to be back tomorrow in Spanish at 7 p.m. in the UK, which is about 3 or something in New York and Los Angeles.
And 8 p.m. in Spain.
8 p.m. in Spain. And I think we're interviewing a director tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. A film director.
Yes, very interesting. No. Tomorrow is not a film director. Tomorrow is comes from theater. It's called Nines Carrascal, and it's a great distribution.
God bless you.
Why?
What was the name?
Nines Carrascal.
Bless you.
Why bless you?
It's a joke we have when somebody says a complicated name. It sounds like a sneeze. Nines Carrascal. Bless you.
Well, okay.
Salud.
Okay.
Still, after 27 years together, I'm explaining the finer points of British humour. That's
which
what
I
still
always
doing.
find very interesting.
Yeah. So Belen says it's nearly 2 pages.
Pages of what?
Of the people in La Familia.
Yes.
I actually have an overlay, because the way it works is I've been doing this since April. So I've got an overlay which has got like 6 names on it.
Yeah.
Right from the start. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, we have a big family and we have a lot of power together. And if you want to touch a little bit this power, just join us. It would be very nice to have you. And come next Thursday, right? Because next Thursday.
Hang on a second. Eduardo's not there?
What do you mean he's not there?
Oh my God.
It's not there, Eduardo.
Eduardo, that has to be attended to immediately.
Immediately.
I'm sorry, Eduardo.
Sorry.
I'm very sorry. I will speak to the person in charge of that and have a very harsh word with him.
Exactly.
Robert Giordano. What?
Who's Robert Giordano?
He's the one who compiles the names.
Now you say, you don't do that. You don't say the guilty one.
Well, no, he compiles the names, but he's hypothetically...
He's wonderful. He had done so many things with us.
That's true.
And for us.
That's true.
Okay.
So anyway, this is today we're gonna end up for today. And thanks very much for being with you. My name's Scott Cleverton.
Mine is Assumpta Serna, and next Thursday,
Más.
Y mejor.
Onwards. And upwards.
Exactly.
You complaining about positioning your microphone
Yes,
now?
because I want to do it. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with that? You don't like that right now? What?
Okay, we are fine. We are fine. We are really fine. I mean, are we?
Oh, peachy keen. Couldn't be better. You know, super easy.
What happened with the mic? It's
Barely
okay.
an inconvenience. Okay, it's just that sometimes you're like, so I was thinking that one of the most, and then sometimes you're like,
go like
and then
that.
sometimes you're like this, and then sometimes 294 live streams, and we're still having the microphone debate. Before we used to have one microphone, and I used to have
that was much better.
And I used to have to, because I used to sit here, and I used to turn it towards Assumpta. I actually had it on a smooth table with, those things you use for cleaning glasses, the little cloth. It would sit on that so I could slide it silently. Then the mechanism you get in the middle of a lazy Susan, the thing that you put the thing on, the it's sort of like a central
Susan?
accent.
You call it Susan?
A lazy Susan. It's not a Suzy Q.
It's not a Suzy Q. I always thought that it was a Suzy Q.
I felt bad about correcting you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So a lazy Susan, which is that circular thing you have in the middle of a table that you can put the condiments on and you can turn it around. Well, we call that a lazy Susan. Assumpta, on the other hand, calls it
Suzy Q.
Suzy Q. What do you call it?
Suzy Q.
Anyway, I had the mechanism for that, and then I had the mic stand sitting on top of it so I could swivel it and slide it.
Yes. He does all these things for me, so I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, darlings.
Right, bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for dropping by.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you in English on next Thursday. And remember, Monday to Friday, we are in Spanish, apart from Thursday.
Nice weekend.
All right. Hey, Marta Casas de Lara.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, you're a little bit late.
How are you? And
we're leaving.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, we're just leaving right now. Thanks, Crystal. Thanks, everybody. We're out. We're gonna have dinner and enjoy the sweltering heat.
Bye, darlings.
Bye for now.
Bye. You say darlings?
You can say darlings. We're actors.
Okay. Oh, so we are.
Everybody's darling. Of course, darling. I'm not darling.
Yes, darling.
Are you arresting me, darling?
What's your name? Oh, darling.
No, you don't. No.
You don't say that.
The reason you call them darling is they've already told you their name and they can't. You can't remember it anymore.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
darling, how are you? It's been such a long time, darling. Really, darling. And then you'd actually know after somebody go, "What the fuck is his name?
What's the name? What's the name? Quick,
What's his
quick,
name?
quick.
No, I've done that so much. Assumpta will do that. You'll be like a thing, an event or something like that, and I'll be talking to a guy that he's already told me his name, and of course it went in one ear and out the other ear. She goes, Scott, who's this? And I'm like, giving her.
No, but
this is this. Oh, God! And I'll feign an injury that I got in IKEA. I'm really sorry. I got
that
no.
is a good one. No, but there is one that you do that is very good.
Oh no, this is the other one.
It's a trick,
I go, what's your name? And they'll go, Bob. Yeah, I know it's Bob, but what's your last name?
That's it, and you got it. You got both.
It's a really good. It's a little dangerous. I go, what's your name? They go, it's Charlie. Yeah, I know Charlie. What's your surname? And they'll say, Smith. And I go, oh.
Domidere.
Yeah, I just didn't know that. They'll say Domidere. And I go, Charlie, what are you speaking French for?
Oh, no, you say
you
this
French?
thing off. When you say... Sorry. When you have
so
a cheese, what do you
5
say?
minutes later.
What do you mean? God bless you.
Exactly. So you say, after this complicated name, you say, bless you, or what?
It's a bit. it's already kind of complicated. I mean, you could throw that in there.
Complicated todo eso.
You know, if I go, so what's your name? And they go, it's Vera. And I go, yeah, no, Vera. What's your last name? And they go, Klubadowski. And I go, bless you.
Exactly.
Because then I wouldn't do that because I'm kind of taking the piss, and nobody would get the joke.
No? I thought it was something that you said to me, that everybody was saying that.
Not necessarily. Hello, Elizabeth. I can see you watching us out there. How the devil are you? Anyway, we're discussing how to remember how to get out of embarrassing situations when you can't remember somebody's name. The best one was when the former head of Canal Plus, the big the big French TV channel here. Well, they had a Spanish division, and the guy, who was a very nice man, whose name escapes me right now, but what he had was a mole. He sort of had a mole on his upper lip here, like a kind of dark mole.
Yes.
And sometimes she kind of went up to him and she...
Well, we were having canapés of caviar. And I obviously
The way you
didn't
do.
have my glasses on.
She never had glasses on, and she basically, I don't know if I got some in my pocket here which would be applicable, but she basically she had like she did this and she kind of went, oh, don't worry about that. She kind of went, you know, and he kind of went, oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, it's my mole.
It was awful. It was one of these embarrassing moments. And he was the head of Antenna 3 at that time. So I never worked again. No, it's not true. It's not true. It's true. A little bit.
I don't think it was because of that.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. No. It could have been.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No.
No.
Really?
No, it was that moment of Canal Plus and everything, and everything was, you know, it was one of those things. It was back in the early 2000s when there was lots of money and they still had caviar. Now you're lucky if you get like a sandwich wrapped in plastic. You know what I mean? It's like it's all gone now. It's all plastic cups.
Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Anyway, let's go.
There's a lot of it about, and most of it hasn't been paid for. Right, it's been wonderful. We'll see you next week, and if you speak Spanish, we can see you tomorrow. Hey, and if you want to improve your Spanish, pues, come with us.
Exactly.
Remember, I learned Spanish in 4 weeks. If I can do it, you can too. Right,
yes.
Onwards and upwards.
Bye.
You're all fantastic.